Hello, my name is Irina Zavyshchak and I'm a mentor of Subservity Academy. Today we are talking about sensitive data and gitignore file. Also, we are talking about what is sensitive data, what is gitignore file, and common Git security issues and how to avoid them. What is sensitive data? Sensitive data is classified information that must be protected and is inaccessible to outside parties unless specifically granted permission. Typically, there are three main types of sensitive data that hackers tend to exploit: personal information, business information, and classified information. If any of this data falls into the wrong hands, it could be a fatal blow to the parties concerned, regardless of who they are: individuals, companies, and government entities. What is gitignore exactly? A gitignore file specifies intentionally untracked files that Git should ignore. Gitignore tells Git which files, or maybe patterns, it should ignore. It's usually used to avoid committing transient files from your working directory that aren't useful to other collaborators, such as compilation products, temporary files, EDS created, etc. Common Git security issues and how to avoid them. We have three main variants, and now we are talking about them. The first one, do not commit sensitive information. Committing sensitive information can lead to critical situation and happens more often than you might think. The first thing to do to avoid such situation is to add a gitignore file into your code repository containing the files that Git should ignore, and so keep on track. Private keys are the best example of what should be ignored by Git, but other sensitive files are harder to anticipate. Even if we suppose that your gitignore contains all the potential sensitive files of your project, it won't stop to inadvertently commit an access token in a file tracked by Git. Solution like Git Secret can be used to address this issue. This tool leverages Git hooks to inspect the content of your stage file or commits and checks if sensitive information has been added based on customized rules. If, despite these preventive measures, sensitive information can be found in your Git repository history, Git filter branch can help you fix it. This Git feature allows you to rewrite the Git revision history of your project using filters. Other third-party solutions also exist, such as BFG Repo Cleaner, and the example you can see on this slide. The second way protected the access to Git repositories. Git stores internal files inside the hidden Git folder itself, contained inside your Git repository. These internal files contain the whole history of your committed changes. In other words, the Git folder is your Git repository and consequently should never be exposed to people not authorized to clone it. From a network perspective, your best choice is to rely on HTTPS or SSH to encrypt your traffic and authenticate the remote server. When using SSH, your private key should be protected by a passphrase and never leave your computer. If you have several development workstations, create one pair of SSH key for each of them. This way, it would be easy to revoke access to your Git repositories for a specific device that you believe may have been compromised. The same is true when you give access to your Git repositories to third-party applications. Use access tokens that can be easily revocable instead of your account credential and make sure to keep them secret. And the last one, keep Git and related tools up to date. As is true of software in general, Git is not perfect and can be impacted by vulnerabilities. Any Git-related tool can be impacted by a similar issue, and they all need to be kept up to date. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Have a good day.